Hey kids, Anderson Cowan here, talking today about Dune. If you like what you see here, subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Dune, saw by me last night, and I'm going to state some obvious things on this quick little take. First and foremost, this thing is unfortunately available in many of your living rooms right now, and please, for your own sake, do not see a movie such as Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune, for the first time in the comfort of your own home, because you need to see this on it's the format that it's intended for, which is large. This thing is a spectacle, which I was expecting. This is the best looking sci-fi movie I've seen since Blade Runner 2049, and before that, I would have said Arrival. And hey, both of those are Denis Villeneuve's properties. So the man knows how to direct sci-fi. It is really, really impressive. Now, I'm a sucker for like large things being portrayed on the screen where you actually feel like fear and horror, like the primitive side of you is scared of the scale, the scope that you're seeing. I always go back to my experience with the Battle at Hoth, Empire Strikes Back, where those AT-ATs or AT-ATs, depending on your level of nerddom, were so massive and so big and so terrifying, especially as a child. And we got away from that for a long time. We weren't doing that, and largely in part due to the advent of CGI and filmmakers just relying on CGI and solely CGI to make things look big and somewhat real. And it doesn't work very often, and Denis and his team make it work. So what you get with Dune is a story about the spice. It's an age-old story. It's very tropey as far as, you know, it's based on the book, which is written many years ago now. But it's the age-old tale of greed and men and power and fuel. I mean, we saw it fairly recently in Avatar. I mean, even There Will Be Blood. I mean, it's kind of like, it's got a lot of similarities. It's about men mainly being greedy and indigenous people feeling the pain as a result of it. And, you know, there's a lot of parallels that you can be drawn, you know, with the Middle East and there's all that. So there's definitely a political angle to this, which is fine and good. But that's not why you're watching the movie necessarily, and it won't be what you get out of the movie, at least if you're like me. So I walked out of this 2.5 hour epic feeling a little dissatisfied, mainly because there's no conclusion. Don't feel like you're going to see a full movie here, because this is like the first half. This is the first half. They're already in pre-production for Dune 2. It ends at a place that everyone sees coming because of what Timothée Chalamet is constantly seeing in his dreams and his visions and whatnot. And I really didn't give an F about the story. With the first one that I saw, David Lynch's Dune, didn't really care. Didn't really care about any of the characters. Jason Momoa's character is the closest thing that I came to empathizing with or actually liking enough to care about his well-being. But that's not why you're watching this movie, probably. I think one of the problems, too, is Villeneuve, who now has made this is a second remake, right? He did Blade Runner 2049, and then he did this with the Dune remake, and he's already attached to do Cleopatra. So he's remaking movies that really moved him in his younger life, obviously. And maybe he takes all of his connection to these characters for granted a little bit. Or maybe it's just really hard when you're talking about sci-fi to actually get people to care. I can't name too many sci-fi movies that I've seen. Actually, right now on the spot, none where I actually cared a whole lot about the characters. Maybe Moon. I really cared about Sam Rockwell's character quite a bit. But when you're out there, you know, looking at other worlds and whatnot, you kind of get lost and caught up with the sci-fi elements and the visuals. And let me say, the visuals are just striking, and you feel the awe of the largeness of it all. With the sound design is phenomenal. Hans Zimmer killing it again with the score. It evokes chill. You'll get chills if you tap into this one. But do not watch it at home. That's all I really have to say. I did think a lot about David Lynch's while I was watching it and how far we've come with technology. I also wondered what Jodorowsky's Dune would have looked like had we given him a chance to make it. But yeah, people love this Dune. They love the book, I guess. There's a series coming out about it. There's also another movie coming out later this year, Dune related. I love the spectacle. I love the spectacle of it, and there's no way I could have experienced that spectacle. I don't care how great your AV guy might be and how great your home theater is. Don't do that. Go see it like in a Dolby. Go see it like IMAX if you can. Dune. Socks. One of my socks is halfway blown off. Maybe the next one will really, complete the story. And there's just ultimately there's too much to get to and not enough time, even though it's 2.5 hours. Not enough time to really care about the characters and what's happening with this spice that is all so important. I think, and maybe I got this wrong, but I think mainly they like the spice because everyone wants blue eyes. That could be it. All right. Let me know if you like this one in the comments. I'll be interacting and going back and forth. And if you'd like to hear more reviews, I do longer, better reviews on, I shouldn't say better, but they are with other people, on CinemAddicts as well as the Film Vault. Thanks for watching. Happy Friday. Be safe, everybody.